Let's Play Network. Here it is, issue 4, World War Hulk. Greg Pak on the writing, John Romita Jr. on the art, David Finch with the covers. This one is a particularly beautiful one. Reminds me of recently, a few years ago, a statue that was released by Halamal Productions of the Maestro. Similar idea, had all the artifacts from the heroes laid around it. Beautiful thing. So this obviously came out before that, but it reminds me of that, and I loved it. I always thought it was great here. So we last left, and Strange had popped in. We know, and he was possessed by this demon Zom and kind of challenged the Hulk. We know that if you've read any Hulk, if you have any background on him, or even just these first 3 issues, you're going to kind of know he's not going to back down from a challenge, right? It's on like Donkey Kong. So let's jump in. Strange is just kind of trying to take it out to the Warbound right away, because they're talking to him. Hiroim says, "You've gone too far," yet again. Boom. He lets him try to have it. Tries to give it some pain to Hiroim. The rest of the Warbound jump in. Hiroim tries to stop him. His arm is shattered, so he actually, because he's a stone priest, so the big mallets, the mace hands, just shatter through Hiroim's arm. That's missing. The rest of the Warbound comes in. They don't do any better, so Hulk has decided he is going to take it to Strange, because most likely he can. And it looks a little different than you'd expect in the beginning here. For his efforts, he gets hit with a massive uppercut. Not 1, not 2, but 3. 2 in the gut, and then 1 up through the chin, just like an uppercut you'd expect. And he puts him down for a moment. I only say that because we have the planet scene. So we know a big fight's coming, right? Because whenever the planet scene happens, big fight. So he goes flying to where the civilians are. They're all excited because Hulk is the Green King. They kind of want him to take over. They want him to make the other heroes pay, right? They want the Illuminati. They want the Illuminati to see some justice. So Hulk's going to met that out. Well, before he can even get up and get going, Strange comes in and hits him again. Not good news. And it looks like it's bad. Even the humans that are supporting him are all shocked, wide-eyed, freaked out. Again, so Strange's blow sends the Hulk into a building, which sends it toppling down towards the humans, and the only one there to save him is Hulk. But what does he do, right? Because he's there to wreck this planet. But he's not there to wreck the planet per se. He's there to deal with the heroes that sent him away, the Illuminati. So, true to form, booyah, makes the save. The Hulk makes the save, and Strange is mortified. He says, "I'm so sorry, and there's just so much power. I can't help the little people." And then he's like, "I just so much power, hard to control." And I love the last panel. It's just angry looking eyes. Romita did a great panel here. I mean, you can tell the Romita style nose, it's really wide. But Hulk's gotten it broken probably 4 times here in the last couple hours. But he says, "Tell you what, I'll give you a lesson." And he just starts pounding on Strange. And so it's all Hulk from here out. Just blow after blow after blow. Rick Jones says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." He shows up. He's like, "Oh, man, what's this? Playing that hero role? That's not you, Hulk. That's not you. You're the world breaker. You're the big Sakaar son. You're the man." You know, he's like, "That's not you. That's Banner." "Oh, wait, because you are Banner." So the Hulk kind of gives him a look. Just gives him a little thought. And then for his answer, he basically gives him that. Like, "Shut up, Rick Jones. I'm doing what I want, how I want." And he punches the Strange right in the face, right in front of Jones. That they implant him with an obedience disc, and we're taking him to the arena, where the rest of the heroes are. All the heroes, not just the Illuminati, but the heroes that fought against Hulk are all implanted with the obedience discs. They're all standing at attention, along with the refugees from Sakaar, the humans that want to support him, and everything like that. So we hit a little panel, a whole 3-section panel that runs across the splash page style, and it's about testimonials and why these people should be put on trial, essentially, but trial by force or whatever, made to pay. One woman's husband was died because of Black Bolt's people. Bill Foster's nephew, Tom Foster, is here. He's here because Tony Stark and Reed Richards created a Thor clone. If you read Civil War, his name was Ragnarok. He ended up shooting Bill Foster through the chest and killing him. If you didn't, spoiler, I just opened that one up for you. And side note, at this time, the Hulk and Thor were both off-world. They weren't around because they would have had so much power. It would have been hard to justify the win on the side. Very similar to what happened in Captain America Civil War, how those two both happened to go off-world at the end of Age of Ultron. Because they're just so much power. So they brought it back down to the lesser powered characters. They all have powers of their own right, and they're good, good characters and nothing like that. Nothing against them, but they don't have the sheer power that those two did. So it kind of tipped the balances. Now, back to the thing here. The last person is she's basically saying Stephen Strange is the agent of the devil, and he deserves God's wrath. So Hulk is the agent of God. So all fairly good arguments. The Hulk says, hey, you probably want to explain it, right? They don't know what's really going on. They don't know what's happening, how many people's lives are at stake. It's unfair. But guess what? Now you know how that feels. Same thing happened to me, so now you're going to get all the same stuff. He sends them through the same trials. He fights the Devil Corker. He sends them to fight the Devil Corker, which is down there at the bottom. Thought it was a great creature. They do their best there. They make it through, so Hulk says, okay, now you guys are going to fight each other. Just like I had to do with the gladiatorial arena, the Great Mall. You guys are going to do it as well. They don't want to, but Obedience Discs force them to do it. We get a little background back to the Sentry. Still hasn't moved yet, but he's kind of thinking it through. Tony Stark pops in, and basically what he said is, in his 2 pages, is if you don't fight, make a choice now and fight. I know you have all these problems, but your lack of a choice is still going to cause problems for many people, whether it's deaths, injuries, I don't know, slavery, whatever. He doesn't know what's coming, but he's like, your lack of a choice is going to create a choice as well. So make a choice, and make that choice coming and helping us stop the Hulk. So, and he tells them it's time to play God. Well, along while everyone's fighting, things get a little out of hand. Strange, he lights up Black Bolt, because they're fighting each other, and it's to a death. So he lights Black Bolt up, and they're like on fire, like with demon fire type thing. And it looks like he's going to die. Looks like Reed is going to kill Tony, but right at the last minute, an interesting thing happens here too. I like the Tony. He gets control over one of the Devil's guards, the Death's Head guards. Shoots at Reed and stuff, and he's taking him over. But the death blow is about to come from Reed. He's got the mace above his head. He's going to bring it down. They don't want to do it. The Obedience Disc forces it through. Hulk says, so thumbs down, you kill him, just like the days of old, and Hulk gives the thumbs down. With that, the Gladiator pops in and says, it's time to play God. So we get a cool scene here, split scenes. This is the Hulk giving the thumbs down. So they're both essentially playing God, right? Take the life, and then he's playing God like Tony told him to come in and change everything. So that's how we end, though. We end here. We end on this scene. We know something heavy is going down in issue 5, because here comes the Gladiator. He's supposed to be the guy that comes in and takes everybody out, right? He's the strongest person in the universe, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Again, I really enjoyed this issue. My second time, maybe not as my second time, I think it's like my third, maybe fourth time reading this through. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a Hulk fan, so might have something to do with reading it multiple times, but I think it's a good one again, a solid 4. I love the setup. A lot of things that happen through it are very good. A really nice fight with Strange Hulk at the beginning. You have that really cool rundown in the middle of why they should all be put to death. Kind of a similar idea. Stuff happens to Hulk, and it's like he says, it's out of context somewhat. There's nothing to do. There's excuses, but no one's listening. I love the end, because one of my favorite parts in Gladiator, I love just the gladiatorial, the call. A lot of these things harken back here. I'm going to mention again, Maestro Hulk. if you've not read Contest of Champions set up the Maestro Hulk as like he had control of like a world during Secret Wars Battle World. He was kind of in this Contest of Champions thing that happened there. It was pretty cool. There was the remnants of it and stuff. He did the same. He would make the same calls. Basically, he was like a god. So it was pretty cool. I always liked the Maestro Hulk. I thought it was great too. I'm a Hulk fan. So, but going back here, we're gonna give it a 4 again. Easy 4. I enjoyed it. So we're running 4s across the board, maybe slightly higher for a couple issues, like with number 1, because I think that one was just really started us out really good. And so we're probably running at, you know, somewhere at 4, a little bit over 4 for each issue right now, which is a great, in my opinion, that's a really good run. It's hard to be consistent, and they've been consistent on this book. I felt like it was a little rough before. Like the first time I read it, I think I was angry about something. I don't know, Hulk fan, so maybe I was just angry. It's my secret. I'm always angry. But it was good. So we had the final issue coming up next. It's number 5, and things should heat up quickly, and then they're probably going to have some kind of resolution. So stay tuned, and we will see you in the next one.